Hey there, Lego YouTube. It's Senor Bricacino back with another Lego City update behind me, but also a review of a very nice set that I recently built. So, if you stick around today, I will talk about where my city's going next. But first, I'd like to talk to you about a set that I recently built that I'm really excited about. So let's get into it. This is the Bricklink Designer Program, the Diner. Beautiful set. First of all, I'd like to say that this set is on a Mills plate. So if you look at the studs on the bottom, I've obviously taken the set as it originally comes, which is just this little diner. Let me put this card to the side. And I've Mills plated it because I want to fit into my city. And I built a little parking lot around it, which is not final, but kind of the beginning. So yeah, this is Mills plated. But let me get started first with the car build. Here is an old looking classic muscle car, as you would expect see around diners. Really cool. It has these little horn elements. They look like they're windshield wipers, which is, I guess, kind of cool. And you have those same horn elements in the front. You have the hood here, nothing under the hood since it's not really a Speed Champions car. You have the American license plate in the back. This little top of a can as the little bun back here, which is cool. These lights are very cartoonish here. I love that. You have these two little antennas sticking out here, and then the interior too. Just pop that open for the interior shot. You have the steering wheel in the traditional style. You have a little, looks like a radio transmitter there, and then you have your seats as you would see in cars like that. So there's not a lot of room in the back here, and it's all plated. So if you push this up a little bit, you could sit in there, put your minifigures there, and then in the front there's studs there, but you could also pop some minifigures in there. Another thing that's really cool here is that if you look at the side mirrors are using this cup element, which I thought is very nice. If I could zoom in, yeah, this is like one of those traditional Lego cups that they've used for a side mirror, so it gives it that nice bulk look of a traditional car. But yeah, looks pretty cool. Let's move over to the diner. So the diner, the build itself is phenomenal. So this roof is modular, so it comes out fully. And when I remove the roof and we look inside this I could say modular, I guess, you see the chef right there, the little stand right here in the teal color, which is beautiful. Looking at this wall right here, it has a ton of cool details. It's like a newspaper. There's some articles, looks like a map, $100 bill. I love HLC, which I believe is a reference to the designer of the set. You got a guitar on the side, a little trophy, a record player here. Tips welcome, advices not. That's really clever use of that. And then if we take a different angle look, obviously the way the floor is plated is phenomenal. It's black and white, little one by one tiles, and then you have the menu here. Let's see if we can we zoom in? Gonna try. There we go. Yeah, just scribbles. Looks like a doctor wrote this, so nothing too exciting. Yeah, these menus are not in place, so this is a little bit annoying because you have to move them around. But here are the two menus, and you have a little place to sit here with the little lights back here, and then the coat hanger right over there. You have the 4 seats here, and then more seating over there. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. Around the back, it's just a plain back, nothing special. And then this whole thing is placed on the little masonry brick. If you can see the masonry brick going around. And well, this gas station is not in place yet. You have the glass door opening, which is nice. Slides open like that. You can see the interior shot, which is gorgeous. Honestly, it's very beautiful. So that's how that works. And then there's a menu right there. If you see this menu, it's a menu right there. Putting the roof back on. Let's bring the roof back here. So the roof has this little French fry display, little burger display, diner in the back, shakes, burgers, fries, coffee. It's a sign in the front. Just traditional looking American diner. Really nice vintage look. And you have this little gas pump, which is also a traditional look. You have this little hose here, which is the pump for gas. The hose element, and then you have like the white element that connects at the end of it, so it's pretty cool. And then the minifigures, you have this lady who's enjoying a pancake with a drink, currently nothing filled in it, which, you know, it'd be cool if we could fill in these cups. You have this gentleman with this jazz hair, also enjoying a drink, no food. Got cool little glasses, nothing special in the back. And then we have this lady who's the server on roller skates. So she rides around the roller skates and she has a plate, you know, with a donut, pancake, and a hot dog. Yeah, I think, oh, she fell, I'll just plop her here. Overall, it's a really good set. I think it has a lot to offer. And so the reason I put on the Mills Plate is because I want to slide into my city. So I added some trees here, which, you know, I might remove later, but for now I think it looks cool. And then I use the road piece places to kind of mark the parking spots. So you have one parking spot here, one here. Of course, I have this gas station I need to, this gas pump I need to place somewhere, so it's still there for now. But this is kind of how I plan to look. So maybe I'll expand to 2 base plates and make a bigger parking lot. I don't know. Let me know if you think that would be a good plan. You know, if you want to leave any comments on any suggestions for this, I'm open to trying new things. But, you know, for now, it's going to stay on 1 base plate, and we'll see how it goes from there. So this is the Lego Bricklink Program Designer, the diner set. Now let's talk about this Lego City. The diner is in place right there in the corner. So I'm going to figure out how to make that into the, add that to the city, maybe add 2 plates. Let me know if you think it'll be better to put it on 2 plates so we can make it a bigger parking lot. The Sanctum, Daily Bugle, and the Boutique Hotel, which is going to change because I do have 2 more of those and I plan to supersize that. This remained the same, so no changes here. What I want to talk about is, initially I was planning to make this road plate smaller, so reduce the sidewalk and then plop these train tracks onto that, which I did in the previous video. But that made the road so small that the 8 stud Speed Champions cars wouldn't fit on them. Which, by the way, 2 new Speed Champions cars. Beautiful Lamborghini concept car. The Vision, I believe. The V12 Vision. And the Ford Mustang Dark Horse. I mean, the details on these are phenomenal. Let me know if you want to review those. I think, you know, these are been reviewed over and over. These are older cars, but yeah, I think they look phenomenal. The exhaust tips are great here. There's 2 on each side. But yeah, so initially thinking about having the train tracks blend in with the roads so that it all flows smoothly, and then I could attach road plates here, maybe add another table. But now that I know that those cars won't fit, what I decided to do instead is bring the road plate back the way it was. So this is still gonna fit 2 8-star cars side by side, which is my goal. So we're keeping them like that. And then I'm going to take these train tracks and I'm gonna put them on studs, make it fit the mill system, put something around it, maybe add like a train station, but have that running alongside. So you see this little train from my Bricklink Designer program in there. The plan is for it to be elevated on the same level as the rest of the city on Mills Plate so that it could, you know, all coexist, but not have it blend in with the original base plates. So it's gonna have its own little space. Yeah, that's where I'm at today. We added a couple more new roads here, but it's obviously, it takes a lot of resources, you know, time, cost, a lot of bricks required to build these roads, especially with the Mills Plate system. But yeah, I think slowly but surely we're gonna build out the city. I think it's off to a great start, and there's more to come. But I want to give you guys a little sneak peek at the end. This little building right here, beginning of my airport, that will likely be on a different base plate, and they'll likely, this first modular is almost done. There's no columns there. It'll be finished soon, so keep an eye out for that airport review coming soon. But yeah, this is the shot that I'm gonna leave you with today of my city. So here I am in front of my city on my knees now, trying to give it a better shot. Hopefully you guys could see the back there and this side. I think it's coming along nicely. We gotta keep adding road plates, we gotta keep adding buildings. We do have a lot of buildings down there. We're keeping a backlog of everything that's not connected to a road for the most part, so it's definitely to come. I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting so far. You know, my Lego journey on YouTube is just starting, so I hope you will continue to support and watch the videos. But if you did enjoy today's video, or if you have any feedback, please leave any comments, any suggestions. I'm happy to suggestions about the city, so I could make the changes, see what works, what doesn't. But please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you like the content, and I'll be talking to you soon in the future. Take care.